What's going on? I just got done working a 17-hour shift. I'm a little exhausted. I've been meaning to do this review for a couple days now. These shadow box displays have been sitting on my review counter here for 2 days, and I can't. I don't want to look at them anymore. So I gotta get this review done. Um, they're very cool pieces. Don't get me wrong, but they just don't belong here in my bedroom. So let's get to it. Here on the left hand side, I have two NES games, or Nintendo games, regular Nintendo guys. We're going back to the early 90s Nintendo. On the left hand side, and then Friday the 13th on the right hand side. Guys, these are both authentic, official Nintendo games, still in their original packaging. If I were to take them out, you would see all the creases and just the aged effect on them. I know nowadays, because they are collector's items, I have seen people actually print out like the covers of these, but I actually paid a little extra when I got these a couple years ago. You can tell they're in a shadow box here, but I paid a little extra uh, be, because they were older. I wanted the vintage. I wanted the original boxes. In both boxes are the games themselves and the instructional packets. They're both they're complete. These are complete, like when you bought them from the store. I played actually both the games. I still have a regular Nintendo. I call it a regular Nintendo. I still have a original Nintendo. And I hooked it up just to put these games in and test them. Both great games, guys. Some people, there's mixed feelings. I've talked to people. Some people said they were Nightmare on Elm Street was the crappiest game ever made. I mean, I've heard some really slams on these games, but I know for me, Friday the 13th, if you ever played that game growing up, I mean, I think I was only, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 years old when I was playing that game. Probably even before that, probably like 7 or 8. Anyway, when Jason would pop out, in the woods or whatever, the whole game would make this like I don't know how to describe the noise, but it would make this loud, right out of the blue noise, and it scared the shit out of you. I mean, it wasn't just Jason popping out; it was just the way the sound of the noise of him popping out was. Um, so that was pretty freaky. And then Nightmare on Elm Street, again, that's just it wasn't too scary to me, but it is, to me, it was a kind of a fun gameplay. I actually beat the game a couple times. I never beat Friday the 13th, though. That was one that I never could get all the way through. Um, Both original boxes have the official Nintendo logo, which is pretty cool. And like I said, I got them nicely put into this shadow box for protection and just to display. This shadow box is nice. I could hang on a wall or sit it like this. You know, but I got them in there. I had to put a spacer down bottom to keep them kind of up in the shadow box, but they turned out to sit real nice in that setup. Now, since we're on the 8-bit Nintendo Freddy and Jason, I had to get the 8-bit Freddy and Jason ReAction figures. These are Comic-Con exclusives. I think you could only get them at the New York Comic-Con back. I don't know what year it was. But I think that they were limited to just that. You could tell the 8-bits. Freddy is kind of this orange color here, and Jason is purple and blue, just like in the video game. These are 3/4 inches figures. They say they're fully posable. Like I say, I bought them for collectability, so they're going to stay in their original packaging. And I did this kind of shadow box setup with these also. Freddy comes with his hat down there and his glove. Jason doesn't have a machete, which is kind of odd, but he's still cool nonetheless. Again, same shadow box as the cartridges are in. And you know what, guys? They kind of just go together. The 8 bits, the original video games, and the action figures. So you know, it's a nice little package deal here, guys. And down below you can see it says Toy Tokyo New York Comic Con exclusive. So I didn't get them from the Comic Con. I bought them off eBay a year or two ago. I'm pretty sure as time goes on they will be get harder and harder to find. But very cool, guys. Like I said, I wanted to snap back to horror for a little bit. I know some of my horror hounds out there have been waiting for me to put out something horror related. And here you go. I think I kind of hit the nail on the head pretty good with this little setup here. But as always, check me out on social media. I always drop links below in the description box. And yeah, thanks for watching, and see you next time.